Session. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Om Mannado Sri Jagannatha Madguru Sri Jagadguru Mamatma Sarva Bhutatma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Om Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. The only Guru of three religions, Traitatiram originator, Hindu virtue donor, sensational writer, the author of more than 100 divine holy scriptures, Sri 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 Acharya Prabodhananda Yogeshwar. We are learning Sankhya yogamu chapter. In the Sankhya yogamu chapter, we came up to 30 shlokas last week, and we came to know that there are fabricated shlokas from 31 to 37. So they talk about righteousness, unrighteousness things, and they told about based on the caste system there is a righteousness. So we came to know that that is totally wrong. So the soul related things belongs to the righteousness. The worldly related things can't become righteousness. That's what we came to know that. So there were so many interpretations, those people could not able to convey the proper meaning. So that's why Swami identified the fabricated shlokas and made the pure Traitatiram Bhagavad Gita, which gives the true notion of Lord Krishna. Let's move on. Then let's learn about 38th Slokam. Sukhadukke same krutva labha labhau jaya jayau tato yuddhaya yujyasvanaivam papam avapsyasi. What Lord Krishna is saying here? This slokam clearly talks about karma yogam. He says that happiness and sorrow, loss and gains, win and loss, all of them, you think them equal and do battle. If you do so, you are not attached to sin. So that's what here Lord Krishna is mentioning. So if we go in detail, there is a reason for Arjuna not interested to do a battle. The thing is that he had lot of longing desire, that's attachment much more towards his relatives. One thing, that is the one emotion, attachment emotion. Another one is he got the feeling of he got in a fear of thinking about if he kills them, he is going to attach the sin. That's what. The attachment made him that his relatives are going to be killed. If he does so, they will not be there for him. So he will lose them entirely. So he wants to see them, he wants to be with them always. That is why he wants to keep them safe. He doesn't want to go for a war. So that's what this war makes him bring more sin. So he is not ready to go for a war. He is not ready to fight with them. So That's why, for his first question about the long attachment towards his relatives, Lord Krishna explained about uh, the mortal soul and the who is getting killed and uh, who is not who is not going to be killed. All the information he explained in many shlokas until now. So after that, from this slokam onwards, he would like to explain about sin and merits, all those matters. In the entire Bhagavad Gita, the birth and death matter is very less compared to uh, the matters related to the sin and merits. So the answer for what the Arjuna got the doubt in him of getting more sin by fighting with them. So there is a answer for that reason here. So when you think about a battle, when you think about a battle or fighting or conflict or a quarrel, so there the outcome, either it may be a sorrowful outcome or happy, joyful outcome. Two kinds of things exist in that. So if he defeats a warrior who is the enemy to him, so he will be happy. If he if that does not happen, if he is wounded so much, then what happens? It's a sorrow to him. For anybody, it's a sorrowful thing. And there is a win and loss situation in the war itself. So finally, either we may win or the enemies may win. So that's what happens in the battlefield. So the two kinds of results are coming from the one battle itself. What actually anybody has to do in the battlefield is his focus should be on the battle and he should apply all his skill set. He should know all the logics and he should know intelligently how to implement all his skills, all his experience in that, and he has to participate in the battle. So if he does so, no sin is going to be attached to him. If not that way, if somebody thinks that I am doing the battle, I am fighting, because of this fighting, there is a happiness and sorrow exists in that, there is a win and loss exists in that. And if you have in your mind that I need to win, or if you have in your mind that I may lose, so those kind of desires, if you keep in your mind and do the battle, then definitely you are going to be attached with the sin or merits. So that is why in a single task, either you may get sin or merit. See, that is what. So if you know how to avoid the sin or merit, and that's what in a same battle, the task of fighting, so there are two kinds of methods exist. With one you can't get any sin, with other one you will get sin. So some people may surprise for that. See, the fighting is single task. How come two outcomes are possible out of that? But this is a truth and it is scientifically bounded one. So whenever you fail to understand the karma theorem, then you may either enter into the wrong direction. So it depends on your understanding power. So based on your understanding, either you may go towards righteousness or you may go towards unrighteousness. That's what. So the main aim of the Bhagavad Gita starts from this Slokam. So you need to be very, very careful in understanding this Slokam. If you fail to understand the notion of Lord Krishna, the Bhagavan, whatever he said, then you will definitely go into the wrong direction and you will get attached to the more sin. If you can understand what he is talking about, then there is no sin for you when you fight. So you need to know the reasons how we can avoid the sin while we are fighting. So if you don't do that, if you think that, oh, if that method gives the sin, so if this method does not give sin, so what kind of these reasons he is telling and all those things, if you have in your mind, then you are definitely in the unrighteousness and you did not understand the entire Bhagavad Gita. And also you may view Lord Krishna also that he is the person who did all the wrong things. So that's what you should be very, very careful uh, in understanding the true notion of the Lord Krishna. So the message what Lord Krishna gave to us, if we can understand well, then we can understand entire Bhagavad Gita in a right manner. So Lord Krishna explained until this slokam about birth and death and also about the mortal soul, immortal soul and absolute soul, all the information. From this slokam onwards, he started telling about the sin and merits, and also he started explaining about karma yogam. So there are two unification methods called yogams. They are karma yogam, which is raja yogam, and brahma yogam, which is gnana yogam. So all the matters related to the sin and merits are related to these yogam's explanation. So entire, if you know the explanation about if you know the matters details about these two yogams, then you can easily understand about the sin and merits, how to avoid them. So that is why, so what Swami did for us is, for every slokam he mentioned about what purpose this slokam is taught and how to understand the slokam. So that makes very good sense for us to clearly understand the notion of Lord Krishna. So do you have any doubts over here? Let me know. So I will let you know the answer for your questions if you have. Okay, let's move on to the next slokam. एषा ते अभिहिता सांख्ये बुद्धिर्योगे त्विमां शृणु बुद्ध्या युक्तो यया पार्था कर्मबन्धं प्रहास्यसि. So when he wanted to speak about karma yogam, He thought that people may not show attention immediately. So that is why he again explaining that what subject he wants to uh, tell about. So that's why he says that until now I explained you the matters about three souls: absolute soul, mortal soul, immortal soul. So now onwards I would like to explain you to come out of the attachment of karma. So when I explain that wisdom to you, when I tell about that, you can understand that when you understand the wisdom, that wisdom which says how to avoid sin and merits, how to avoid karma. So with that knowledge, with that wisdom, you will be away from the karma itself. So that is why before actually starting, before actually telling about that, he is explaining that what purpose he is going to tell about the karma yogam process, the karma yogam method which makes you out of the karma, which releases you from karma itself. So once you have that wisdom, you don't attach it to the karma. So let us go to the next slokam, what he is saying. नेहाभिक्रमनाशो अस्ति प्रत्यवायो न विद्यते स्वल्पमप्यस्य धर्मस्य त्रायते महतो भयात्. So he told clearly in the above slokam that by knowing this wisdom you will be free from karma itself. And also he is saying people may think that sometimes, so people may think that, oh, this is a great karma yoga method is very great. Oh, this is taught by Lord Krishna, the Bhagavan. So when I start doing this practice of karma yogam, if I stop in between, oh, I may be, they may think that, oh, I may be doing something wrong. Because of that, I may earn more karma from that. So that is why Lord Krishna is saying that when you started the karma yogam process, when you continue for some time, for some reasons or something else, by not having interest, if you stop in the middle itself, you may think that this may be some defect or something else, but you need not worry about that. What Lord Krishna is saying, you need not worry about that. How long you continued that karma yogam, that many days, that much time, it will save you from lot of karma. So that is the huge benefit you have. So how many days you continue practicing that, that many days you will be away from the karma. See how good it is. So how well the practice of karma yoga, and how much liberal the God is telling us, if you do a little bit of karma yogam, that will avoid you attaching the karma to you. See, such a great thing he explained to us. Everybody should remember that. Let's go to the next slokam, what he is saying. व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिरेकेह कुरु नन्दना बहुशाखा ह्यनन्ता च बुद्धयो अव्यवसायिनाम्. What he is saying here, so the people who have the qualities of nature, that's why the slokam talks about the nature related qualities the people having. So the people who are practicing unification, who are doing the unification, they will have the determined nature with them. They have a single determination with them. But the people who have the difference of opinions, their intellect also like branches. Their intellect is also divided into branches kind of thing. The people who know the wisdom, what Bhagavan said, they will clearly know about what is unification, what are the soul's information, what is Paramatma, what is Atma, what is Jivatma, what is absolute soul, what is immortal soul, what is mortal soul. And their aim is the one, they would like to get liberated, they would like to get merged with the God, they would like to free from the jail kind of body. So they would like to destroy their entire karma. So what they would have a single determination in their mind always. That determination says that they should get freed, they should get liberated, they should merge with God. That's what they will have. They don't deviate from that path, whatever they determined. So in the process of that, whatever the beloved things in this world for them, they are ready to leave them. They are ready to forgive everything. They are ready to lose whatever is there in the physical world. But they don't leave their path, the wisdom path. They will be very, very, very deterministic in that. So the people who are immersed so much in the external worldly related matters, when they see those kind of people who are deterministic towards the wisdom path, they think that these people don't have any intelligence, these people are idiots or something, ignorant. Then those guys who are practicing the unification, they don't care at all whatever the people who are externally related matters, who are more into externally related matters. So the yogis never care for them. So that's why the yogi is always thinking that they will be always very careful, and they don't try to go towards the external related matters, and they are very deterministic towards the divine path. The people who don't even smell the wisdom, and their mind never goes towards the wisdom path and real God, they are always immersed with the external related matters, and they don't know about the divine path. So the people, how they behave, how they do all those things, Bhagavan is saying in the next Shlokamu. What he is saying about those kind of people who are more attached to the external related matters, and the people who are more towards the external related matters and make others also practice same what they are doing. Yam imam pushpitam vacham pravadantya vipachitaha vedavadarataha partha nanyadastiti vadinaha. What he is saying here, the people who are more attached towards the external related matters, they love so much the Vedas, and the matters from the Vedas, they convey them is like an honey from the flowers, honey from the flowers, and they are being ignorant, and they pose like the knowers of the wisdom. What they do, they tell to the people how they get the profits, and how they get luxuries, all those things. See what God is saying here. There are many people in the external world. They pose themselves like gurus and Swamijis, so many Pitadipatis. In their lectures, what they deliver, they are very very clever in delivering the lectures. Those lectures are very very attractive to the people, and they mesmerize for their speeches and lectures. And those lectures contain the matters of the Vedas, and those lectures do not have any soul related matters into that. And those lectures what make the people to bring up their desires get fulfilled out of that. And also the people, they think that, oh, this might be the real wisdom what these people are teaching. So that way, those kind of people who are much more attached to the external worldly related matters, and how the people, how those Swamijis so deviate the people from the wisdom path to the worldly related path. So what they will do, what they teach, so that he explains in the next slokam, 43rd one. What he is saying: Kamatmana swarga para janma karma falapradam kriya vishesha bahulam bhogaishwarya gatim prati. What he is saying here? So the words what they teach will give, they are related to the luxuries. And because of that, the people are going to get the birth and also the karma into that. And because of that, it will encourage them to do more such kind of activities because of that. So because of those kind of tasks, when they do, they will get the worldly related luxuries. That is there always. And the teachings contain the penances, the bigger worships, prolonged worships, all those kind of things. Since they teach about Vedas, the Vedas encourage them to do yagnas, sacrifice. They do penance, sacrifices, worships, pujas, and all those things. Since those people, they teach them that by doing these kind of activities, you will get more luxuries. And the people, they wanted to get more luxuries in this externally world, in this world itself. So what they will do ultimately, since that brings them more luxuries, they start doing that. They do that. When they do that, there are so many activities involved in doing those kind of things. Because of that, they will get the merits, and also it gives them the new karma also in that. That's why God is saying here, so those kind of tasks are those kind of tasks, outcome is, so you will get new birth, and also you are attached to the new karma. So since the public, the people, they don't know what is good and what is bad, what is righteousness and what is unrighteousness. So just they will depend on the people who are in the higher position in the society, what they teach. Because these people, they think that the Swamiji, Guru are in the higher position, they know much more about the God and all those things. They will simply rely on them, and whatever they say, they follow simply that. Since they don't know what is God said, and that's why they do that. So not only for the people who are performing those kind of tasks get the new birth and the new karma. From that, the people who encourage them, the people who teach them to do those kind of activities, they also get the new birth, and as well as the karma they also get. So the people who are attracted towards those kind of activities, so what happens? Uh, what they will do, all those things. So he is explaining in the next slokam. भोगैश्वर्य प्रसक्तानां तयापहृत चेतसां व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धि समाधौ न विधीयते. So he is saying the people who are attracted towards those kind of tasks, what the people who are in the higher position in the society, like Swamiji's gurus, they encouraged the people to perform those kind of tasks like worships, penances, and the sacrifice, all those things. The people are attracted towards that. Their mind is always towards that, since they are attracted more. So they refuse to the those kind of luxuries. That means, so they always crave for that. I want the luxury, I want the luxury, like that. So for their mind, the knowledge, the soul wisdom which becomes a knowledge. Once the wisdom is practiced, that becomes the knowledge. Those kind of wisdom does not taste for them. That's what God is saying here. So it is very natural that human beings will have the desires with them. They will have more wantings. So they always try to avoid the hurdles in their life. So they always try to spend luxurious life. So that is natural. God is saying that. So those kind of people who always think about that, so what they will do, so even if you tell the Bhagavad Gita, they will look about the slokams, that if I read this slokam, does it avoid my hurdles? May I come out of this obstacle? This kind of thinking they will have. And also they will have, if I chant this mantra, so am I going to be free from this obstacle or the hardships in my life? Those things they think always, and they have very taste towards the teachings of the Swamijis, who teach about all those kind of things. So those people who do all those kind of things, they are entangled into the luxurious tasks. Their mind is always entangled into that. So they will be doing very, very varieties of tasks in their life. So by doing that, they cannot know about the soul, immortal soul and absolute soul, as long as they are immersed so much in doing penances and chantings and the long the worshippings and the sacrifice. They will never come towards the real path of God. They don't get taste of the wisdom of the God. So the matters of the immortal soul are not suitable for them at all. They don't understand at all about that. So if you have any questions, you can ask. Let us end the session over here, and we'll continue the next slokam next week. So let us do Mangala Prardhana. ఓం మంగళం గురుదేవాయ మహనీయ ప్రబోధాత్మనే సర్వలోకశరణ్యాయ సాధురూపాయ మంగళం. ప్రబోధార్పణం టు ఎవ్రీబడి.